it's hard for me not to say that this wasn't a literal coup attempt. Like, and this is the thing.
So you would wait. Are you saying that you're saying what is a coup attempt exactly?
I'm saying that Trump is basically trying to overturn the election through political force, like through a mob. Yeah. I don't know how you would. This is the thing that fucking triggered the fuck out of me about Scott Adams, because Scott Adams for months and months and months has been calling the Trump impeachment a coup attempt, which I have some sympathy for. You think Trump was legally should have been impeached. I disagree with you, and I think there is something to be said for like impeaching a president under trumped up charges. I think you could conceptualize that as a coup attempt. So Scott Adams has been doing that for months and months and months, and then literally Trump stands up and gives this speech with mixed messages all over the place. And I mean, I started watching. I tried to get through all of the speeches. The first guy that steps up is even worse. Like, he's basically talking about, fighting and taking our country back. It seems like they're setting up, we're going to march down there and crack some heads unless they decide this thing in our direction. How do you not call it a coup attempt? But Scott Adams is on his podcast, like totally downplaying the idea that this was a coup. I'm like, dude, if you're going to say impeachment is a coup, I don't know how. I mean, there are levels of the situation going on here. And I would place impeachment several levels back behind standing up and inciting a mob. The touch of Trump being behind bulletproof glass the entire time he is giving this speech is, I mean, how can you, like, as a master persuader that Scott Adams claims himself to be, how can you not point out the fact that the motherfucker is behind bulletproof glass? None of the other speakers were behind bulletproof glass. Why is Trump behind bulletproof glass? Sitch? Tell me. What is the point? Get shot at him, what is the point of being behind bulletproof glass? He doesn't want to get shot
by any crazy Antifa that was secretly in the mob. Okay?
Does he not know that he's like pushing people's buttons? Does he not know that he's inciting people's moral passions? Like, obviously Trump, and this is another thing about it, I'm going off a little bit here, but Scott Adams has been telling us for 4 years about how Trump understands psychology and, he's the master persuader and stuff like this. Has he not read anything on mob psychology? Does he not understand like how this is going to turn out? I mean, it seemed patently obvious to most people.
I think this is going to be interesting. I think we're going to have a little bit of a role reversal here. Okay.
But you're going that this was not a coup.
Our experiences are different because you watched the speech Trump gave before the riot, and I haven't watched
Oh my God. So the first thing I saw, and this is important, the first thing that I saw of Trump was the go home thing, the video that he posted on Twitter that was like,
that was what I saw first. Yes.
So if you look at that, you're totally on Trump's side. As soon as you watch the speech, you're like, what the fuck?
Well, we can watch that maybe, but I think we need to separate. I think we need to separate two things here. Talking about Trump's rhetoric and everything leading up to the event as one thing, and the actual event itself as a different thing.
They're saying TDS Adam in the chat, which I think is hilarious.
I think, I know this is very weird because we're kind of role reversal.
Look at this, Sargon, Adam TDS 2021 is cursed.
It's cursed. No, because I don't think it's right to call the riot a coup attempt at all. And I do think, for me, a coup attempt is armed people entering a building trying to overturn the government, or someone in the government calling on the army or some other faction that has power to go in there and to actually have some ability or potential to seize power. This, as you said, when you're listening to the video, it's literally just a disorganized group of rioting mob people
I don't think
who are LARPing.
I
They don't
don't
have
think
a plan. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just going into this building and taking selfies, in rooms, because the whole time.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's
no,
the
but wait a
intention
minute.
that matters.
No. I'm not saying it doesn't matter in terms of, I mean, they're still rioters. They should all go to jail. But I'm saying I don't think that counts as a coup attempt.
Do you know
I don't
how
what
coup
their
attempts
fucking
take place?
intention was.
Maybe it's me that I've read more on the dictators and coup attempts and shit, but the coup attempts don't take place by the military going in. The coup attempts take place by the military standing down and letting the rioters take over. That's how the coup attempts take place. We were there. That's exactly what happened. If Trump convinced the police to stand down, this situation would have been completely different.
No, I agree with you. I agree with 100%. If Trump, because I'm 100%
they
against
had
the
people
impeachment.
in the crowd trying to tell the police, you're on our side. You're on our side.
Yeah, I know. I'm 100% against impeachment unless it came out that Trump was telling the police to stand down, which I don't think he was.
Well,
but that's part of
that's off topic. Is someone in the chat
but it's not off
saying
that's
about
part of
impeachment?
That's part of why I'm saying that I don't think you can classify this as a coup attempt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Trump did tell the police to stand down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything like that happened. I think you had a permanent protest that became a riot and got out of hand, and all the people ran into the building. I don't think they had a clear impression of what they were going to, like, for example, say and somehow all those people were managed to get into the main House chambers where everyone was taking the vote about the Electoral College, authenticating the electors or whatever. I don't think they would have started killing people. I don't think they would have started zip tying senators and House representatives. I think they would have just run in and just started yelling and being crazy. I think that was basically the extent of the plan.
So you're saying because it's a failed coup attempt that it's not really a coup.
Well, no, I'm saying that's not even a failed coup attempt. I'm saying being disruptive and shitty is bad, but I don't think it should be classified as a coup attempt.
Okay. Wow, you're really
you don't agree with it?
The whole time, and this is a thing that I wrote down about Trump talking. Like, why wouldn't Trump do the peaceful transfer of power speech at the rally? Like, Trump,
because he's Donald Trump. This is what we have for 4 years.
Hold on.
Surprise anybody.
What is the point? Like, I guess we're just like Sitch's law. Obviously, we're disagreeing over definitions here. What is the point of having, like, he literally orchestrated this rally to put political pressure on Pence to throw out the election, to do something that Pence had said he doesn't have the legal authority to do days before. He even references this in the speech that he gives. He says, listen, this is all up to Pence. Pence can do the right thing here. This election was stolen from us. And if Pence does the right thing here, I'm going to walk away president. How can you say when someone takes the lectern and believes that, this is a turning point where he could actually take a second term if Pence does what he's asking him to do? How can you not say that that's not a coup attempt?
No. Again, I think we have to separate the event and all of the rhetoric leading up to the event.
How is a mob, an angry mob?
Do you not think that we should do that?
How is an angry mob going to put pressure on Pence to do what Donald Trump wants him to do? What is an angry mob's course? Like, what sort of advantage does an angry mob have?
I understand what you're saying.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna use violence. That's the only thing they can do.
I understand your point. You're saying if Trump riles up an angry mob to
put political pressure on Pence
to show up in the physical location that the vice president exists in order to try to cajole or threaten him into trying to decertify the electors, then yeah, I would agree that is a coup attempt.
So what are we disagreeing about?
But
then?
I don't think that's what
you didn't watch Donald Trump's speech. Oh my God.
I don't think that was what the people who broke into the Capitol Hills, I don't think they had a plan like, okay, we're going to go in there and we're going to like grab Mike Pence and we're going to hold this family hostage. We're going to say, Mike Pence,
I
you better
agree.
fucking decertify the electors. Like, I don't think any of that was happening or that
this
was a plan.
There
was no plan. It was just an angry mob being the animus of the crowd. And look, you can totally hold Donald Trump responsible and should hold him responsible for riling those people up. 100%. I'm just saying that when you call something a coup attempt, to me, that's a very serious allegation.
That's a seriously
should be handled
high bar.
very cautiously.
Well, I agree. I totally agree. But so this is what people have been concerned about, because a lot of people have said Donald Trump has really kind of been inept. And it's like the whole time people are making arguments that Donald Trump is playing 4D chess. And a lot of times the things that he does do appear to be smart. I don't know if it's intuition or what, but like this narrative completely fell apart for me here, because I think Donald Trump is a true believer. I think he believes that he won the election fair and square and that, it was stolen from him. I think he believes all of that stuff. And this is his last opportunity to put some kind of political pressure on Pence to do something. And he does that. But the political pressure that he's putting on him is like the only kind of violence he can muster. The thing that's scary is if someone who was a little more devious than Donald Trump was in control, I think there could have been that situation that you're talking about that would have been an actual coup. That's why everyone is terrified of what's happening here.
No, I mean, and to me that's the thing that really
someone in the chat says they cross state lines to get there. And that too, of course, all these people cross state lines.
No, I mean, I totally forgot.
Sargon says Trump believes true things. Adam 2021.